My goal when I wrote the book was try to get to #7 on the New York Times bestseller list. That was my goal, to get to #7. I mean, I had no idea the book would reach these many people, these many women, and now it's a movie. Ladies, till you understand the mindset of a man, you are never gonna win in the game of love.
Act like a lady,
but think like a man.
You know, we have an incredible cast. The cast, you've got about 4 couples, not to mention Kevin Hart and Gary Owen, and together they all just do a fantastic job. I don't have a favorite. I think when you guys see it, you'll see that everybody kind of does the same amazing job.
As we were filming, it was like some lines somebody else had, but we was like, his character wouldn't say that. We'd all sit down every day after we got off work and go over the next day's shoot to make sure we basically alley-ooped everybody to make sure everybody could shine. And I think it came out good.
This movie puts everything into perspective. It gives you the chance to look at girls and what they go through during a relationship, during a breakup, and it gives you a chance to look at fellas on the flip side. There hasn't been a movie like this in years.
I think thinking like a woman and thinking like a man are kind of the same thing. To me, I call that common sense. Sometimes we forget, and men would like to say, well, think like a man, but what they're really saying is use logic. I think both sexes are capable of using logic and using common sense. I think when we're younger, we kind of maybe fall into infatuation. We tend to act like a moron and think like a dingbat, and that goes for both sexes.
This movie basically puts you in a position where you develop a conversation, and that conversation is based off of relationships and the problems that you go through in relationships. You can see how to handle them, and I think this movie does a good job of showing you good and bad, you know, from gossip to advice to being good advice to being great advice. Friends falling off to relationships falling off, you can see it all. But it's universal to the point where it's not just for women, it's for men as well.
I think it's a great movie to watch to see and realize how we play these games that keep us from really connecting. It's the battle of the sexes, but it doesn't need to be.
I learned that women, and we know this, we have a tendency to be very emotional, and men aren't. So I think as women, sometimes we have to take that 1 minute to just breathe and then react. And I've been working on that, and I learned that from the book and the movie.
A lot of stuff I went through to get her, I wrote in the book to tell women how they can get the man they want. You know, I may not be a catch to y'all, but she thinks I'm pretty fly.
I'm as proud of this movie as I am a 40-year-old virgin. And not only am I as proud of it, I'm as proud of my role that I was allowed to depict. As proud as I am of that character in this movie as I was in 40-Year-Old Virgin. This movie is just hard, it's funny, and it's insightful. It gives you insight to the role that you play in the circumstances you're experiencing in your own relationship. And that's why I think Like a Man is going to kill him April 20th.